Hello everybody and welcome to a reaction video. I have yeah, fuck it, I'm doing a reaction video. There's not much else I could say about that, other than I want to. But, yeah. So, with that being said, let us watch the video. Game developer tier list by Drawn Out.
For this type of video, please leave a like. It is the most direct way of showing me that you want more of something. And I have a bucket. And let's start with 343. These guys. They lay claim to probably the most legendary bag throw of all time, in gaming at least. And their treatment of Halo should be criminal. They were given one of, if not the biggest gaming franchises at the time. Wow, it was pretty big, so I don't know. But they had the most momentum possible. And they
In terms of console wars, yeah, Halo was one of the biggest. In terms of PC, no, not really. At the time of Halo 3, there were plenty of PC games that were more popular. But if we're going by just strictly consoles, yeah, Halo was up there along with God of War, and there's another one. Wii Sports was, I believe, released.
They made Halo 4, and then 5, and Infinite. And if you know anything about Halo, then you know that these three games at the bottom didn't quite live up to the first three. And of course, there's the Master Chief Collection, which they released completely broken, left it that way for years, and eventually largely fixed it. But I mean, you couldn't play multiplayer in this game for like years. Truly incredible and definitely F tier. So while we're at it, let's talk about Bungie. Halo was definitely the biggest console game at the time. Yeah. It genuinely felt like a moment every time one of these games released. And Bungie really proved it was them, given what we know about 343. And even when they went and made Destiny, it was pretty massive. No interest from me, but I had a bunch of friends playing it. From what I heard, Destiny 2 was pretty... Oh god, let me just tell you. Destiny players always talk about Destiny. Destiny this, Destiny that, Destiny this, Destiny that. Oh, Destiny. It's so fucking annoying. I don't like Destiny, but every time you talk to a Destiny player, it's always Destiny. Over and over again. All the time. I don't want to hear about Destiny. I guess there was a golden era time for Destiny 2 kind of in the middle of its lifetime. But Marathon was a disaster. They had stolen art, it was boring, and they claimed everything fun was gonna come later. Which is a weird...
I will be playing the original Marathons, but not the new one. I do not know anything about the new one, but I haven't heard good things, and this video kind of solidifies that. But I'll probably be streaming the original Marathons, along with Metal Gear Solid Phantom Pain and Yakuza 0.
Time to reveal your game if you have nothing fun yet, or none of your cool ideas you claim to have. Also, Bungie had a ton of internal, scandals and everything. I think they're D-tier.
Every company has.
So how about CD Projekt Red? These guys are obviously known for Witcher and Cyberpunk, but more important...
I don't know much about The Witcher, but I do know Obama liked it, so that's something. Obama.
Only to me. They have the ability to change when something goes wrong.
A lot of them do have that, but I don't notice EA down there.
77 released, and it was kind of a mess. They locked the fuck in.
Kind of a mess. Adam Smasher literally slid into frame when I was playing Johnny Silverhand and then beat me to death. Literally slid. Not walk, no. Slid into frame. It was not kind of a mess. The game was a fucking disaster. I also don't really like Cyberpunk 2077 because they force you to make decisions. It's like, you have to be nice to this lady. You have to like this lady. I'm not trying to play myself. Like, I can play myself in every other aspect of the game except for the love interest. I'm not allowed to do that. No.
Fixed it. They changed their entire internal process with how they make games. And they not only fixed Cyberpunk, but they also released probably one of the best DLCs for any game ever. All that said, I think A tier.
I have Cyberpunk. I should probably still beat it. I didn't like being forced to play, play someone else's character and have to play through their story beats. It's why I like Fallout New Vegas, Baldur's Gate, that stuff so much. Because I'm not forced to play someone else's OC. I'm forced to play mine. And by forced, I mean I get to play mine. So not really my cup of tea, but, you know, honestly, I'll try it again and see what happens.
Tier 4 comes out and it's a masterpiece, I would probably upgrade these guys to S tier, but I think it's safer to wait and see how it releases. Alright, let's get Obsidian out of the way. I don't think there would be much disagreement, but they made one of the best games ever with New Vegas. I mean, Absolutely. The freedom that you have in that game, the fact that you can kill every single person.
Can't kill everyone. There are some invincible NPCs just because they need to be invincible. Children, and specifically, I think the leader of the NCR, not like the president, but like the military leader of the NCR, can't kill him. Certain NPCs are immune as well, but I don't know all the... Some of them you can't kill.
Person, and still complete the storyline, and it's not a super shit storyline, combined with the fact that you can kill literally no one, and also still beat the game, that's just incredible to me. I think Stick of Truth was great, but I've heard they've been pretty stale since. Lots of people don't seem to think that they could replicate New Vegas.
Well, the issue with that is, like, most of the people that made New Vegas aren't there. So, of course, they can't replicate it. Also, they don't own it anymore. So, it's like, yeah. Other than that, I'm hoping that you bring up Knights of the Old Republic 2.
Yes, of course, if given the opportunity. It's just different people in a different time. I would still take it, though. But yeah, as far as a lot of their recent games, I just haven't played them. But from what I hear online, they aren't amazing. I'm gonna say C tier. And I'm sorry. Please don't unsubscribe. Alright.
Where the fuck is Knights of the Old Republic 2? They made, though buggy and barely working sometimes, because again, they are legendary for making games that they barely have time to finish. It's still one of the best stories and gives us the coolest fucking Sith ever with Darth Nihilus. So like, I would put them in C tier and in B tier at least, not C tier.
BioWare, creators of Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, Knights of the Old Republic, the Mass Effect trilogy, and all those good Dragon Age games you remember. What a line.
Well, they made one of the Knights of the Old Republics. Knights of the Old Republic, not all of them.
Up this is, by the way. This is a lot of years of consistent great releases. And then they released Mass Effect Andromeda.
Let me just check something here. BioWare. Yeah, no. You want to know why? It's because they're owned by EA, of course. Of course. It's EA. It's not them, it's EA.
Dragon Age Veilguard and Anthem. Now, Veilguard came after
Dragon Age Veilguard, EA, Mass Effect Andromeda, EA, Anthem, died because of EA.
Anthem? But Anthem is just such a sad story. I mean, it had by far the...
I don't understand why you don't have EA down there. Most of these studios down here, a lot of them are owned by EA or Microsoft. So... And EA made its own games before it became what it was.
Best flying mechanic I have ever used in any game. Really had that.
I suppose you have to judge the studio by what they release, but yeah, when EA is saying, no, you got to release it what we say you have to release at all times, well, we also go sell our stuff over to the Saudi Arabians because I don't fucking know. Literally, they sold their company to Saudi Arabia. I think government? I don't fucking remember, but still, like, yeah, no, it's fucked up.
It's complete dog shit. And sadly, you can't just have a game based off the flying mechanic. Can only hope one day someone actually figures that one out. I'd say BioWare goes solidly into D right now.
Doesn't them buy their newest games when their oldest games are so great right now?
No. As sad as that is, let's talk about something good. Larian. These guys have worked on the Divinity IP since 2002. The only one I've played is Original Sins 2, and it was great. Also, Baldur's Gate 3 is like top 5 games of all time territory.
Yeah, I agree. I can agree with that.
It is beloved by fans and critics alike. It made a seemingly niche game very mainstream, and it's really...
Are we talking about D&D in general, or just Baldur's Gate? Because, yeah, Baldur's Gate was niche, but D&D's not that niche. It's pretty popular, seeing as books over here cost me like $150 just for these books. For these 4th edition books.
Really a modern benchmark for RPGs. Also, Divinity looks amazing, even though we've only seen cinematic.
Well, we can't judge it by the cinematic.
The thing is, pretty much everyone has faith that they can deliver. S tier, easy, no questions about it. I guess we can talk about Arcane. Dishonored 1 and 2 are some very good games. They have a very hardcore fan base. And yeah, they're good games, very fun. Their Wolfenstein games have been pretty good for what I've seen. I have not played them. I didn't play Deathloop either, but I've heard it's pretty mixed. Then there's Redfall. Redfall is one of those really special games
I think this is also an EA thing. Hold up. No, it's owned by Bethesda. Oh. Yeah, no, it's owned by ZeniMax, which owns Bethesda. So, that's probably why.
Kills an entire studio. It killed Arcane Austin. It failed so bad that all future development was stopped. And Microsoft actually refunded DLC. Crazy. Despite Redfall,
what? Why is Arcane above Obsidian? Why? Okay, whatever.
I'm gonna put Arcane in B, because I really think that shit was pushed on them. But when Arcane makes the game they wanna make, that shit is good. Naughty Dog. Crash and Jack are legendary, of course. Uncharted is a fantastic series. I think The Last of Us 1 is the greatest piece of media ever. I don't think any movie or show or other game, even...
I don't really consider it much of a game, but people like it, and that's fine. You can like it.
Comes close to the story of The Last of Us 1. And
God, I need to play The Last of Us 1 so I can actually form an opinion on this game and not just hate it because they keep on fucking remaking it, and I just want to play Bloodborne, man.
I have a lot more to say about that in a separate video. However, The Last of Us 2 was, meh. I don't love it, let's say that. And Intergalactic just seems lame to me. This might be a personal opinion thing, but I just can't stand space games. I am so over space games. But I am going to put Naughty Dog in A. They're kind of another one I see as captured by their publisher. Maybe I'm wrong though, so let me know. Next we're going to talk about Capcom. Capcom is very confusing. What we're going to talk about is Capcom Division 1. Division 1 has done Resident Evil since 7. They do all the new Devil May Cry. They make Dragon's Dogma. And they also make these 3 games. Because Division 1 is actually 4 departments, and so they can work on 4 AAA games at once. I count these guys as one studio. And my reasoning is because they're all led by this guy. I am not going to insult him by trying to pronounce his name. So Capcom...
I can pronounce that. Takeuchi. Jun Takeuchi. Yeah. The U is pronounced an U. Takeuchi. That hard, man.
Because they're all led by this guy. I am not going to insult him by trying to pronounce his name. So Capcom Division 1 released all of these games in 6 years. I played 5 of them, and they're some of my favorite games
I've heard good things about Devil May Cry 5.
But RE2 is so good that it makes up for it. I don't care. Division 1 at Capcom is easily S tier to me. Alright, step right up.
Oh god.
Warcraft, hit. Diablo, hit. StarCraft, hit. World of Warcraft, hit. Hearthstone? I guess it has a good player base, so I'll call it a hit. Overwatch, hit. Up until Overwatch, they had a pretty stellar track record to most. Believe me, I know that you listening right now have your own moment when you started hating Blizzard. But to most people, I think
Blizzard from the start because they just felt like because Overwatch just felt like a copy of like TF2. So
up until Overwatch, they were
like
pretty
more competitive and less fun.
But every release after Overwatch, it seems everybody hates them. Now, I don't play many Blizzard games at all. In fact, I've only played Diablo 4, which was fun for a while, but it's nothing compared to PoE. But yeah, even as someone who doesn't play their games, I can see what happened. There was these 2 incidents.
Do you guys not have phones?
Yeah, you guys all have phones, right?
Have you ever thought about adding servers for previous expansions as they were then?
No. And by the way, you don't want to do that either. You think you do, but you don't.
And then not to mention,
I remember watching that video, but I forgot that it was just like, you think that, but you don't. Like, no, I'm pretty sure I do. Like, oh my god.
all of the internal...
You think that, but you don't. Believe me. You don't want that.
Scandals. I think as far as recent performance and how they've treated their franchises, Blizzard goes an F. All right, Epic. I've wanted to shit on you for a long time. Definitely most known for Fortnite. You know, Gears of War.
Fortnite, though fun to play, is a terrible game. I play it with my friends all the time. I've spent hundreds of dollars on the game. It's a terrible game, though. They don't really add more ingenuity. They don't keep their promises. They actively said, oh, none of these things give you any advantage at all. They're just cosmetic. And yet they move the model multiple times. Like, when you're doing an emote, the model moves instead of the hitbox moves with the model. So that's not good. Some emotes make it really hard to hit you. Some skins make you really hard to see. So by definition, perhaps they follow that. But then again, they also went into legal trouble because they also just took away skins and emotes because they thought of one thing or another. And they just keep on adding things that don't add any like real like things to the game, you know? So no, Epic Games is terrible. I would rather them complete Save the World, but they canceled it because Fortnite just makes so much fucking money. And I contributed to that, and I hate that I did.
It was a long time ago, and it's just not worth it.
I sound like a disappointed father.
But Fortnite, I think, is a terrible game. It definitely grew gaming for better or worse, and it introduced the Battle Pass. I'd say Unreal Engine...
God, Battle Pass is terrible. Unreal Engine's also terrible.
Has a lot of ups and downs, but my real problem with Epic is Rocket League. Let me tell you a story. When Epic got all that Fortnite money, they went and bought Psyonix. They made Rocket League free to play, which is fine, whatever. They also stole it from Steam, by the way, and just put it on Epic. And then they made Rocket League Racing. Now I know what you might be thinking, you know, why would I be mad about them making a new mode for Rocket League? That's pretty much what we want, is new content. Yeah, they added it to fucking Fortnite. They made a Rocket League Racing mode, and then they imported all of the shit from Rocket League into Fortnite, and added a new Fortnite mode. What they have done for Rocket League is nothing, years of useless updates, and the one good thing I can think of is the team boost gauge. Like, you can see how much boost your teammate has. Their launcher sometimes has decent free games, but I'd never buy anything on it. They go in D tier for me. Let's talk about Rockstar. Specifically, Rockstar North. They have never missed on a major release. These are all of the games I'd consider a major release, and I don't see a miss on here.
Red Dead Redemption 2 seems multiplayer is not. I've not heard good things about it. I played GTA 5. It's a bit boring. A lot of them are boring, I would say. The main issue with the GTA games is unless you're into that stuff, it's very boring. Just not really fun to play because you have to go to one point, sit through a cutscene, then shoot a couple things, maybe race a car, which I guess the cars are fun to race, and then you just rinse and repeat. Oh wait, they're swimming sometimes. My bad. But no, if you like that type of stuff, then yeah, you can enjoy it. But I don't. So I mean, if I was judging this, I would still put them in S tier because like the games are famous. GTA 5 is one of the most popular games ever released, up there with Minecraft and Tetris. So
I see nothing but hits, and even their smaller releases are for the most part pretty damn good. In my opinion, they have the highest prestige of any developer.
No,
and I
would agree with that, except for they haven't released a game in, well, they haven't released the sequel to GTA 5 in forever, and they keep on just hammering in the multiplayer, just give us more money type stuff over and over again. And genuinely, their moderation is not that great, but
play their games. I haven't played GTA 5 since 2013. I haven't played any of their games since Red Dead 2 released. But they make really fucking good games. I just play them and then I'm done with them. I'm sure if I was big into GTA Online, I would be upset. But I definitely think they're an S tier developer. Respawn, I don't have much to say about Respawn. Titanfall slapped. Titanfall 2 was robbed. I'm sure you're all aware about how it released 1 week after Battlefield 1 and 1 week before that year's Call of Duty. Basically killing the franchise right there. Apex definitely has a loyal following and is pretty
not that great. It's another battle royale with battle passes, so I would say it's still pretty bad.
It is not my thing though. As far as their other games, I guess Fallen Order is pretty good. Medal of Honor was bad. Jedi Survivor was pretty good. I didn't play any of these. I'm just going off of reviews. And overall, I think they just belong in B.
Putting so many of those above Obsidian is just so sad, man.
To some degree. All right, Embark.
It's so sad.
So far, they have released the.
Putting that stuff above Obsidian. Just
Final
is sad,
gets about
man.
15,000 daily players, and Arc Raiders gets about 322,000 daily players. The finals had lots of early momentum. They couldn't keep it going, and so they focused harder on the next game. Arc Raiders had huge early momentum, and it has really insane retention at scale. Like, they have kept these numbers up for a while now, and overall it's just a huge success. It is also not for me though. But given how much
I
everybody
would buy
likes
it, but
that
I
game
want to
and
save
how
my
well
money
it is
right now.
holding its
So
players, I feel like I have to put them in A. Maybe they'll
wait, they've
prove
only
me
made
wrong
two
and get knocked
no,
down.
dude, you can't just put it up there just because they have 2 good games. Unless Arc Raiders is literally the second coming of Christ. Don't put Embark above other. I would say B tier. They've had one game that fell off, had a good start, and then one game that's the most popular game on Steam right now. So I would say, yeah, B, but not A. Not until we see any other new games they could create. They're too new.
Later. But as of this video, I think they gotta be A. Alright, Ubisoft. We are gonna do Ubisoft as a full entity, because honestly, it doesn't matter. They have historic franchises like Assassin's Creed, Far Cry.
Assassin's Creed fell off after the 3rd game.
And Rainbow Six.
Rainbow Six fell off once they made Siege. Far Cry fell off after the 3rd game as well.
And a ton of others.
Didn't fall off, it just got worse. Kind of hard to get better than the doing the same fucking thing over and over and expecting something different. Oh wait, that's just the Far Cry series in general.
Smaller ones.
And COD.
They are hilariously bad at making money off of the stuff people already love. They have 2 options in front of them: make terrible games or make great games. And 99% of the time, they will go with make a terrible game. They are carried by Siege, and they're still trying their hardest to mess that one up. And they've basically been selling parts of themselves to stay afloat. They are F tier. And real fast, I'm just going to throw Riot Games in F tier as well. I have never played League, played a little bit of Valorant.
Oh god, I forgot Riot made League. How do you forget that? It's the reason they're popular. Oh god, imagine the reason you're popular is because you make a MOBA and it's known for being the most toxic game ever. I mean, we got Arcane from it, so it's not that bad, but you know, still.
But the amount I've seen these guys charge for skins, plus all their internal issues, yeah, I just think they're F tier. I don't have much to say about id, but Doom was game-changing back in the day. They did it again with Quake, and they've just kind of made consistently
and then Doom again, and then Doom again, and then Doom again.
Products, even if not being revolutionary since then. I think they're solidly A.
Revolutionary? They fucking brought Doom back. What the fuck do you mean not Okay, dude, come on. Come on. Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal broke the internet. Well, not Doom 2016. Doom Eternal broke the internet for a time because everyone was like, what the fuck? This shit's awesome. So, no, come on. You gotta put the name, you gotta give them credit where it's due.
I have Playground Games in here because I wanted to learn more about them. So from 2012 to 2021, they made Forza Horizons 1 through 5.
Oh,
and now in 2026, they plan on releasing Horizon 6 and Fable. It's a big year for them. They have pretty good scores across all their games. It gives me some hope,
I don't like
but so
racing
far
games.
they have been just a one-trick pony. I'm going to give them a conservative B, because you know...
How the fuck? Okay, dude, do you just not like Obsidian Entertainment just because some of their games are mid? Like, a lot of people say, oh, it's mid, but like, you're comparing it to, like, the Godfather of 3D shooter RPGs with New Vegas. Like, of course, fucking whatever. Damn it. This is not making me look good. I forgot the name of the game I'm trying to compare. Fucking Starfield, but better. Outer Worlds. There we go. No. You're comparing Outer Worlds, which both games did well, to the Godfather of 3D RPGs. To one, well, not the Godfather, but one of the most popular 3D RPGs in the world ever released. And you're saying that a studio that releases racing games is better. I don't trust your opinion anymore.
Making the same game over
I'll
and
judge
over
you on
again
one
isn't
last
exactly
one.
Great. It's why you don't see the developers of any Call of Duty on this list. Those aren't game development studios, those are just factories. Developers of any, making the same game over and over again isn't exactly great. It's why you don't see the developers of any Call of Duty on this list.
But you have Ubisoft here? So, Playground Games, Ubisoft, and 343 are on this list, even though they're all three of them just make the same shit over and over again. And also, you should include at least some of them, not Activision, but like the other one. The one that made Black Ops 1, World at War, Black Ops 1 to 3. Like, yeah. I think it was Activision at the time. But yeah, no, you should include that stuff.
Those aren't game development studios, those are just factories.
World at War, Black Ops 1 and 2 are some of the best games ever made, man.
Only 2 left. Let's talk about FromSoft. They have had a strong performance since Demon's Souls.
Not really. Not really. Demon's Souls was a failure in Japan, and then it had a somewhat cult following in the US, and then Dark Souls came around and shot them way up in both areas. But their real like retention and ratio from when they began was Kingsfield, and then a little bit after Kingsfield, they released Armored Core, and that's what really kept them afloat. Without Armored Core, we wouldn't have Demon's Souls or Dark Souls or even any of the other games. We wouldn't have Miyazaki as the god of difficult games or whatever the fuck people want to call him. So,
9. They are a genre-creating studio. Of course, with the Souls-like games. They've kept up with their competition. Their recent live service game is fine, I guess. I have friends that play it, and they don't really complain.
What live service game? What? Are you talking about Night Rain? You're not even gonna name it? Dude, come on.
I do think the Nintendo deal sucks.
Yeah, they make bad deals sometimes, but they have to keep. But why not?
But given their consistent performance,
it better be S. Oh fuck. Okay, you've gone up. Before you were at a 4, you're at a 6 now.
Put them in S.
And I already know your opinion on Obsidian just because I scrolled down to the comments for half a second.
I don't know how it is in Japan. I don't know. And finally, Bethesda Game Studios. They were beloved from.
It's kind. I'm gonna just say this. It's kind of sick that you're not talking. Not sick. It's kind of a shame that you're not talking about Armored Core or Kingsfield, seeing as those are the games that kept the studio running for until Dark Souls until Dark Souls, because Demon's Souls was a failure with barely any people really enjoying it, even in the Americas. So Dark Souls is what really shot their studio up, but Armored Core was the main thing.
Morrowind to Fallout 4. And I know this is another one where everyone kind of has their own spot where they fell out of love with Bethesda. But I'd say on the masses,
Fallout 4 is a terrible game. I could make an hour. Well, no, people have made 12-hour-long videos of why Fallout 3 is bad. I could probably make a 4-hour-long video on why Fallout 4 is bad and just rant and rave for like hours upon hours about why I hate Fallout 4. I don't need to say that. Morrowind is too old for me to really enjoy it. Its archaic mechanics are hard to get into, but I did play Daggerfall and Arena, so I could probably enjoy it. I played a bit of Redguard, then I learned Redguard's terrible and I should never play it. I played a bit of Spire. I did enjoy it. It was confusing, but it seemed a bit of fun. And I played a little bit of Morrowind, got like off the boat and was like, ooh, I can't continue this. Played Skyrim. I understand why it's popular and why it was successful, mainly because it just has an addicting loop. You play the game, you wander around, you beat people, and then you level up. And then you do the same thing. It's very addicting. It's very easy to get stuck into. Fallout 3 is an okay game. They did what they could, but it could be better. Mainly the story. Story's pretty shit, but some of the side quests are definitely great. Fallout New Vegas was made by Obsidian, but it's definitely a good game, so I'm going to include it in the Fallout franchise on that one, and judging Bethesda as a whole. Fallout 4 had good gun mechanics, and even then, if I'm going to judge it properly, no. Fallout 4 has a mediocre gun. Can't even lean, man.
Fallout 76 that did it. For me, Fallout 4 was really the beginning of the end, and they consistently think they're right. They hold hostage my favorite IP. It is the reason people like them. They have very little actual studio support, and it is fully deserved. F tier. You don't take 8 years to make Starfield and not get F tier. Thanks for watching. Thank you to all the channel members that have signed up. I'm still trying to think of a clever name to call you guys. Maybe someone can comment something that's smarter than me. As I said before, leave a like if you enjoyed. Definitely subscribe if you want to see more. Trying to hit 100K, you know, that would be nice. Then we can hang.
I'm a nobody, so my opinions don't really matter in this. But yeah, I'm going to subscribe to him just to show support since I'm literally stealing his video. I'll put the link to it in the description. Drawn out. Yeah, go subscribe, go like, go support this guy. I'm using his video for views. Even though I want to do this for my own opinion and send my own thoughts. No hate to the guy. Everyone has their own opinions. I think he should have done a bit more research on what Obsidian made and what BioWare made, because yeah, but other than that, yeah, no. Good video. I enjoyed it for the most part. You put FromSoft in S tier, and that's where it deserves to go. And I'll thank all of you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye! And